Well, Tekashi 6ix9ine is really pulling another one. This man doesn't want to do any time. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Carcino here. Don't forget, hit the Cash App up. Your boy Carcino is the name on that Cash App. That's how I will go live. If I see people supporting it, we will go live again. We could do what we did yesterday. We had everybody showing up for the live stream we did. We did it face to face. I let you guys come in and debate me as much as you want. You had all access. For 2 hours we did that. For 2 hours. Now, let's get into it. Tekashi 6ix9ine is trying to pull another move on the general public. Now, he's in a snitching prison right now. Okay, for what they say, cooperating. His sentence was 2 years after he cooperated with police during his recent trial. But build up fame through social media, the same platform which was used to spread memes about like drummer boy rappers and all this stuff and all this other stuff. Shown that, he snitched on the 9 Trey Bloods and all this stuff, and the father he said was dead popped up at his court date. It was all kind of craziness that kept people, talking about it. And, from the judge following his trial, 6ix9ine has been reportedly in fear of his safety in jail that he's currently at, and there are a large number of blood gang members in there with him. So, Lance Lazario, who's his real lawyer, asked the judge to allow him to complete the rest of his sentence on the house arrest or in what they call a halfway house. And because of his high profile, putting him in a halfway house would expose him to more danger. The courts would do. They would feel that they would be putting him more in danger. So putting him in a snitches prison, which they got him, where he's there with other snitches, is presumed to be safer for him. Now, it's up to the judge. Will they grant him his the lawyer's request for him to be moved to, from his current jail to be served at home or a community correctional facility? Now, his release date is August of this year. Now, apparently he signed a brand new record deal that could see him earn millions of dollars from music once he gets out. This is all rumored. We don't know if it's really true or not that he's actually signed this deal. It's actually been leaked out. And with Tekashi news, they normally, his team and that DJ guy, they would just throw stuff up on the screen just to try to force things to happen. So it's unclear at this point is he's going to be able to serve the rest of his sentence at the crib. But if he does get granted house arrest, it's going to be a big media storm around it, or even if he's selected to go to a halfway house. See, what the government doesn't want is for them to let 6ix9ine go and he gets assassinated. If he goes out and gets assassinated, that looks bad on the government. So the government is saying, look, we know what you guys want in this situation. We know what you're trying to accomplish here, but you got to think about us. We don't want to have someone being assassinated on our record. We don't want that on our file. So if you guys are okay with this, that's fine by us. But we don't want that on our file. There's no way in the world we want to have somebody being assassinated on our record, on our dime. You know, so that's just how they feel about it. Now, if you're thinking about how the rest of the general public feels, well, that's just a whole nother question altogether. The general public could care less. They just feeding off of it. Now, if you're his family, the people who really care about him in general, just thinking this is an innocent kid. He just got caught in over his head. He didn't know how to respond. He was being extorted. He would have never been in this position, even as a rapper, if it wasn't his association to the 912 Blood Gang. He used them to get to blow himself up. And then when things are coming down on him, he turns. You know, and to me, that's not a stand-up dude. That's not a righteous guy. That's a guy who would do anything in the world to survive. And if that's the kind of person you are, then it's going to show up and resonate throughout the day. Whoever you are, it's going to show up. You can't escape it. You can't hide from it. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now that is bigger news than Tekashi. But I had to let you guys know because you guys follow Tekashi 6ix9ine. And I'm going to tell you right now, he was already in a halfway house. That was guaranteed. I knew that. Waiting his trial, they didn't have him in that place. They had him in a halfway stay house. They didn't have him in that snitch prison where they took him out and brought him there. They didn't want anything to happen to him. So coming up for his trial date, he was already put in some sort of a halfway house. So people didn't know, didn't really have access to him except for the lawyers. And he can get from point A to point B to the courthouse with no problems. They didn't want to have any type of thing go wrong when they wanted him to testify. The general public knew none of this. I know. So a lot of you didn't know. When he was like, you lied, see, he wasn't out. You said he was already out. He was in a halfway house. He was out. He wasn't in that snitches prison. Once the judge said you going back to jail, boom, they moved him back to the snitches prison to serve the rest of his time. He was like, I'm in danger here. Now he wants to go back home. Because he's like, oh, it's not, his blood's everywhere in here. I'm not safe. I'm too high profile. And because he cooperated with the government, doesn't mean that it's over. According to his agreement plan, he's going to be in cooperation with them anytime they need him. He can't be associated with anybody. He has to report in every step of the way. He thinks this is over just because he snitched? No. He's a lifetime worker. You work for the government now with no pay. Whenever they feel like tapping you for some information, they can come down on you. And you can't commit any crime. And if you do, and they bring you in, you better have something to give them. So I don't know how any human being on this planet could be associated with this guy when he come home. And if you do, hey, congratulations to you. Because you deserve to get whatever's coming. That's all I got to say about that. So, like I always tell you guys, man, watch who you hang with. Watch who the people you take pictures with. Those will be the guys that take you down. Last week it was Bro. What did it say? Last week it was Bro. This week you're pulling my picture out on the photo. Knowing you was right there with me when we lit up that photo. So let that sink in. forget, you want to donate to the page, you can hit the donate button that's in the description box. All my Patreons, all my VIP Patreons, I'm going to talk to y'all directly sometime today. So y'all will get a direct message from me today. All my all access Patreons, you will get a video today. And I already did something for all my other Patreons that just come in just to hang out and chill. So everybody's taken care of all the way across the board. And you can hit the Cash App button. Not the Cash App button, but you can hit my Cash App up if you'd like to use Cash App. Carsino is the name. Once again, I'm out. Thank you very much. It's been a blessing talking to you today.